Welcome back to Let's Talk. This is me, Meera. Today we're going to talk about a certain one word that not only we mistake in the spelling of, but we make it so often that it gets boring even to say okay. Can you tell me what all people have used instead of okay? Don't you think people use K full stop nowadays to express something that they're fine with, that they have a thumbs up for, that is all right with them? Don't you think so? Right. Well, first things first. The spelling of okay is O-K-A-Y and not okay. I know some people used to mistaken it by just okay. Well, enough about it, right? Let's take a look at things you can replace this one word with, right? And of course, all of these are related to different situations throughout. Let's start with the first one. I. It's a very shippy, which means a very naval term, whether it is merchant navy or in just defense navy, it's the same. Well, here you're just trying to say I. Usually they say I captain, which means okay, not once but twice. I'm absolutely clear about what you have said. So this is I is nothing but another way of saying okay, but in a very casual way for all those who are not shippies, all right? Well, you're confirming it twice. So say if someone says you need to reach here by 11 a.m. you can always reply to that saying I, which means yes, I have understood it. Disclaimer before everything, since I've already started, never mind. Make sure that you use all of these for your friends and family and acquaintances, not for professional purpose. Okay, now that you've got that straight, let's move on. Okay, see how much I'm using okay, but you don't do that, right? Roger that is the next term. Here it simply means that you have understood something, right? Well, if someone says you need to get 2 packets of bread and 1 pack of eggs, you can always say roger that. That means you've understood the instructions, right? So let's say your boss says you need to get presentations tomorrow by 11 a.m. Can you say roger that or no? Because I just said that you cannot use it professionally. Well, roger that is something you can use professionally as well, as long as it's on WhatsApp messaging or on a casual platform of messaging, not on emails. Fair enough? Well, that's fantastic. Let's move ahead with the next one, which is a very cute one, very too informal to be used for anyone else, but for your really loved ones, whom you can just say okie dokie. So if imagine your husband says that, honey, I will be home by 7 p.m. Okie dokie. See how simple that was? Instead of saying okay, the boring way, the way we say it always, you said okie dokie. Let's take another example. Your sister says that, hi, I would be visiting you on Sunday. Okie dokie. Let's have lunch on Sunday. Okie dokie. See how you can use a much cuter term for your loved ones, right? Moving on from there, we have by all means. Oh, let me just quickly scribble over here for dear ones. And as you can see, it's just okay. By all means. Well, what does this mean? You're just trying to say that I am all right with your statement, your decision, your question, or your advice, or just what you're trying to say. By all means, I have no problems with what you're trying to say, right? So, for example, you said that someone says, probably your friend or even a colleague of yours, which is a friend, who says that, are you going to come tomorrow at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m.? You say 10 a.m., right? Would you like to join me? Right? Probably you're carpooling. by all means, which means absolutely. Why not? Absolutely. Would you like to have lunch with me? By all means. Why will I say no? Okay, that's how you can use by all means to just simply say all right. Let's move ahead. We have sounds good to me. Well, this is something that you're simply agreeing to. Agreeing to. I would be preparing some noodles and some soup for dinner, right? Is that okay with you? Sounds good to me. That means you are, not only you have any problem with it, but you're agreeing to it that, hey, that's fine, that sounds fun. Let's go partying tomorrow. Sounds good to me. Let's watch a movie tomorrow. Sounds good to me. See how you're expressing okay in different ways? Okay, we're moving ahead from there. We have green light. Well, what does green light suggest, especially when you're standing at a signal with your car or any of your vehicle for that matter? It's a sign for ahead, go, right? So this means go ahead. Another way of saying all right, another way of saying okay. Now again, if you want to agree to something or if you want to say, yes, go ahead with this decision, instead of saying okay, try to say green light. And probably you would get a reply saying, hey, what does that mean? That just means, okay, go ahead with it. I'm for it, right? You support it, right? Sounds good? Well, let's move ahead. We have 1,000 times yes. Now guys, I'll tell you what, I have heard this so many times, especially when there's a beautiful, very emotional proposal going on and the boy proposes, saying, would you marry me? Will you marry me? And the girl can say 1,000 times yes, which means yes, yes, yes into infinity. And that's just a way of agreeing to something happily with a lot of excitement as well, right? Agreeing happily. Fair enough. Well, the next time if someone says, hey, let's go drinking tonight, 1,000 times yes, which means you're so happy to say yes and you're so excited to say yes. That's just as simple as that and as exciting as that. All right, let's move on and see what we have next. Well, the next thing is goddamn right. Do you see how we speak and how we say yes? Goddamn right, just with a little bit of streak of attitude, right? Of course, this is for friends as well. Well, here if someone is trying to say that, should we take a present for her birthday? Goddamn right, of course we should, no doubt. Of course, I'm going to write here. Of course, yes, there's no doubt about that. Shall I come to office tomorrow or not? I think I should. God damn right you should. See how, I think I'm going to study right now. I will sleep a little later. God damn right that you should study instead of sleeping and napping around, right? That's how you can use it. Well, moving on, why not? I simply like this one, you know, because instead of saying okay and just agreeing to something, you are just showing no doubts by questioning it in return. For example, would you like to have some popcorn? Instead of saying okay or yes, you're saying why not? Let's go for it. Let's have popcorn. Would you like to have pizza? Why not? Would you like to come for a run with me? Why not? Agreeing in return with a question. I really like this one. Moving on, my thoughts exactly. I know this sounds a little undone or it sounds a little rough at the edges, but it is a complete sentence, so don't worry about that. If someone says, don't you think that dress was looking a little weird on her? You can say, my thoughts exactly, that is what you were thinking. Don't you think the movie was superb? my thoughts exactly. That means absolutely it was right. Instead of saying, okay, yes, I agree with you. See how dramatic effect and what kind of dramatic way you have used it in? Well, fantastic. Let's move ahead from there. We have hell yeah. Okay, so of course, I'm sure that you guys might be using yeah instead of this. Again, it's very, very informal to say hell yeah, but what the hell, you can use it with your friends, can't you? Okay, that was just a way to tell you guys. When you want to say that, would you like to come out with me tonight? Hell yeah, of course, yes. Now, instead of saying goddamn right, why not, you're using hell yeah. Another exaggerating way or an overreacting or specifying or emphasizing on something. Why not, right? Okay, moving on from hell yeah, we have I'd love to. Again, this definitely comes when you're requesting or you're proposing something to someone. Would you like to stand up and probably give a toast tonight? I'd love to. Why not? See how I have combined the both, right? Moving on to the last one, which is a very peaceful one. It's not so much of agreeing as much as it is a blessing. But I personally think that whenever you bless someone with something by just saying Amen, right? That's just a blessing and a way to say, okay, I support you, right? Don't you think so? So Amen is nothing but blessing to support. Okay, now these are so many different ways of saying, all right, I agree, I support you, I understand you, I will come with you. Different situations and in different ways. Go ahead and use it in your sentence immediately today itself. Will you? Great. Okay, so that's all for today. I will see you very, very soon with another interesting topic. Until then, make sure that you're using all of the things that you're learning. Keep smiling, keep practicing, spread a lot of love, guys. This is me, Meera. Ciao.